Okay, so hey guys, so today's video is going to be a birthday get ready with me. I am getting ready for going to the city with my two best friends. I know this is after I've already gotten back. I am super tired, but I'm just going to jump right into the video because I can't talk anymore. But I will show you how I got this look. Bye! Okay, so hey guys, so we're going to get ready for a day in the city for my birthday with my friends. So I had already primed my face with the Smashbox Primer Water and the Stila One Step Corrector. And I had also put on my foundation. Just to save some time, I used the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation in the color 0.5 and the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid in Champagne Pop. And then I think I also said that I concealed as well, and I used the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the color Light Warm and the MAC Private Radiant Rose. And then I set everything with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder because I was running low on time, so I wanted to make sure that I had everything done. Just to jump right into eyeshadow. So we're going to be jumping in with the Sephora crease brush, and we're going to be using, of course, the Mini MUA Makeup Geek palette and the shade Makeup Geek's Peaches and Cream as my transition shade because I always use that shade. And we're just going to buff that back and forth in the crease. I just usually can never see what I'm doing, so I have to hold it up really close. So I'm just buffing that back and forth. It looks like I know what I'm doing when basically I just put it really messily in my crease. But just to see what I'm doing. I did decide to wear my Sleeping Beauty dress because I am a Disney dork and I really wanted to wear it, so I did wear that to see my friends. Then I'm going to be going in with Makeup Geek's Creme Brulee, my favorite shade for the crease. It just never fails me, that's why I'm going to go in with it. I just always use it because I love it. I think I was jamming to Britney at that point, so I'm just going to be buffing it back and forth in my crease with the same brush, and I always use these shades in my crease because I am going to be going in with a couple of ColourPop shades, and I wanted to make sure that I had a good crease to start out with. Just going to be buffing that back and forth. Also, sorry that my, for the background, but I didn't really have any time to adjust it, so then I went in with the shade Waddles by ColourPop, and this is like a really beautiful pinky, pearlized brownie color. I don't know, it's beautiful, and I did put that in the crease to define it a little bit more, and I did use my middle finger for that, but I do use my fingers for these eyeshadows even for the crease. They just seem to work the best with your fingers. I probably could have buffed it back and forth with a brush, but I decided to use my fingers instead. So just want to make sure it's really well blended, so I'm going to go off camera and make sure it's blended. So once you are done with that, we're going to be going in with another ColourPop shadow in the shade Luckfully. It's this beautiful, deep, blue shade, and we're going to be putting that on the outer corners. So I'm going to start working it in my outer corners with my finger, and then I'm going to be blending it out more with a brush. Now just be careful with this shade because it's very pigmented. It's a really beautiful shade. I have done this look before, a few times before, using these newer eyeshadows from ColourPop. So I'm just going to be buffing it back and forth in my outer corners with this Real Techniques tapered blending brush. It really just always looked like that I'm blending it really well when I'm really bad at blending ColourPop eyeshadows. I was like, oh, what's going on there? I don't know what happened. But I do need to clean my brushes as well. I'm so bad about cleaning them, but I will clean them soon. Anyway, that's not the point of the video. I think I was looking at the time or something. So now I'm going to be going in with ColourPop's Super Shock Shadow in the shade Flower Shop, and I'm going to be using that on my lid. So we're going to be using that on my finger. Sorry, I was just wondering why the clips were mute, but I forgot when I do voiceovers, I think it's usually mute when I do it because I hadn't muted the clips. I don't know, I'm dumb. So anyway, I'm just going to be really putting that on my lid. I did say before that I didn't like this shade when I used it for the first month, and then I really fell in love with it when I started using it more. Now I really love it. But I really wanted to use ColourPop shadows for my birthday because I know they don't go anywhere and they always look beautiful, and I wanted to use them with this dress because I hadn't used these shades with this dress yet. I know that's a little bit dumb, but you know, I haven't worn this dress in a while anyway. So now I'm going to be going in with my brow bone highlights. I'm just going to be mixing Vanilla Bean and Mirage by Makeup Geek together, and I'm going to be popping that on my brow bone with this Crown Brushes concealer brush. I actually really love this brush for highlighting the brow bone. It works really well for that. So that's what I did for that, and then I'm just going to be blending it nice and easily, and then I'm going to be lining my eyes with the Urban Decay Razor Sharp eyeliner in the shade Perverse. I'm like razor sharp. So I did do that off camera because you know I suck at eyeliner doing it on camera. And then I had already applied my concealer under my eyes to save some time. I did use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm underneath my eyes, around my nose area, and forehead, just because sometimes like my boyfriend just messaged me something about his legs, that his legs hurt. So I'm like, my feet. So yeah, just buffed that in with my MAC Prime Radiant Rose, and I buffed that in with a beauty blender. But sometimes my nose gets a little bit dried out and I have to put on more concealer in order for it to look better. So now I'm going to be setting my under eyes using the Real Techniques setting brush. I think I started coughing because I got powder up my nose. Sometimes that happens when you put too much powder under your nose, and I'm going to be setting my under eye with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder like I always do. But this Urban Decay concealer is definitely the best concealer for under my eyes. It never fails me. Definitely looks the best out of all of my concealers. So yeah, just gonna be bumping that back and forth. I'm so tired because I went to the city the past 2 days. Like, this was the day with my friends. This was like the day before my birthday. And this was when I wanted to go with my two best friends. And we went to dinner and we went to a couple of bars. So it was a lot of fun. Then I prime my lashes with the Lancome Stils XL Booster Primer. I love how you can't even see that I'm doing it. For some reason, I was just completely out of frame and I didn't even realize it, because this is when I was like kind of crunched for time. I did text my friend at this point and told her that I needed a little bit more time. I was like, can we take the train at 4:30 rather than 4? Because I was meeting her at her house, because, you know, just because it's my birthday doesn't mean that everybody meets me, because I always have to go meet them, but, you know, whatever. So now I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara on the top lashes, but it ended up turning out super clumpy that I ended up using the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara over it. I don't know, it's just been like really dried out lately. I don't know why. For some reason, like I've said before, anytime I repurchase something, it never works the way it did like the first time, and I don't get why, but yeah. So anyway, then I'm going to be going in with my inner corner highlights because I think I was done with my mascara. So I did go in with the Makeup Geek shades in the shade Fantasy and Charmed on my inner corners. I'm not sure if I had already lined my waterline. I think I did with ColourPop's gel liner in the shade Stomper, just to make things, no, not Stomper, Fast Lane, because I wanted a green waterline because, you know, I was wearing a lot of green, and I wanted a green inner corner because I'm crazy. But these look so gorgeous in the inner corners. I love these shades. They're beautiful, so I wanted to use both of them just to make my inner corners really pop. So just going to be doing that with this like little MAC brush that I really love. Then I'm going to be bronzing up the skin with the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea. I believe I did set my face already with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. I don't know what happens. I love how I like always think that I remember what happens and I really don't. But I love this brush so freaking much for bronzing, and I love this bronzer. This is probably my favorite bronzer like ever for the summertime. It's just gorgeous. And then I'm going to be mixing two Makeup Geek blushes together for my blush, and I'm going to be using Infatuation and Cherish, I believe. So I did mix both those blushes together just to make sure I had a really pigmented cheek so they wouldn't fade right away, and they lasted pretty much all night. This is like for sweat-proof makeup as well, because, you know, this is like going to the city for like 6 or 7 hours, so you have to make sure that your makeup holds up. So, and your blush is always the first thing to go, and I'm applying it with a Eco Tools Taper Blush Brush because I love this brush. And what's funny is that I did end up going to a NARS boutique in the city the next day with my boyfriend, and the lady in the store asked me, like the person who was working there, she was like, "You did not apply your blush with a drugstore brush," and I was like, "I did," and she didn't believe me, and I applied the NARS Madly blush the next day with a drugstore blush brush, and she's like, "That was not a drugstore blush brush." I just thought it was really funny. So now I'm going to be using the Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit, And I'm going to be mixing these shades Blue Ice and Lucky Clover together with the Anastasia A23 brush. And I'm going to be applying that to the top of my cheekbones and the rest of my face. I actually really love this kit. I think it's beautiful. I really love these two shades. Blue Ice is probably my favorite color in the palette. I just really like it. I think that they actually really pop on your skin, and I don't know, I think that they're really different. So I actually really love this. There aren't too many things that I've been loving lately when it comes to new products, as I am going to be having a disappointing products video coming up very soon. Probably right after this video, but this I really have been loving. So yeah, once we're done frosting ourselves up, we can go in with our setting powder, our finishing powder, and this is the Ethereal Light powder by Hourglass, and I love it because it does blend out my nose highlight beautifully, and then the rest of my face makeup, it just makes everything look flawless, and I freaking love it. And then we're just going to be setting the face with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray, and then I believe I filled in my brows and did my lips off camera just because I didn't have enough time to do them on camera. So I just filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in the shade Caramel, and set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and then I filled in my lips with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Bossy, and then filled them in with the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Creeper. And this is the final result, guys. So I really hope that you enjoyed it. I really love how it turned out. I have worn this look before, like I said, and I love this lipstick, and it lasts all day, so that's why I wanted to wear it. I wore red both times, because red is my favorite color to wear when I go out, and that's it. Bye! Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I know I'm like taping this way later than when I was taping it originally, but I did not have time to record an outro when I was leaving. But at least I got to record the finished look in brighter lighting, but I have done this eye look before and I really do love it. I just know I can rely on ColourPop eyeshadows to not transfer, so that's why I decided to use them. And I really wanted to use this eyeshadow again because I actually really love it now. So, and I love this lipstick, but it's just like for some reason got cracked a little bit, but I don't really care because I am going to bed. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at CBW819 and my Twitter's Brooklyn819 and my Snapchat is Brooklyn819, and I will see you guys soon and hope you guys enjoyed this birthday get ready with me, and this is the final result. So I will show you one more time. And yeah, that's it. Bye.